Hey guys, Jins here, and today I'm gonna give my feedback about the biggest problems for Warlock PvP. Um, but before I do that, I want to talk about Rapid Contagion and just want to point out that this should be a baseline spell, and that Malefic Rapture should be removed and replaced with Haunt. Here you could just make Haunt a bit stronger with the talent, and Drain Soul should also be a baseline spell. It's the most iconic Warlock spell for all specs, not only Affliction. Okay, saying that, let's talk about the biggest problems for Affliction Warlock. The first problem is everything you press is Shadow. Doesn't matter what you do, like almost every single Covenant ability is also on Shadow School, which means that every time you get kicked, you can't do anything. You can't wall, you can't port, you can't coil or Howl of Terror, you can't do anything. You just stand there. I think they should give us an instant ability that is not locked on shadows, like Fell Flame. Even for all specs, to be honest, we would have actually a reliable way to kill totems because corruption, even though it does front load damage, doesn't kill cap totem from shamans, for example, instantly, which is a big problem, by the way. So something like Fell Flame should be added. Okay, our biggest problem right now it's survivability. You just die. It doesn't matter if it's a busted class on beta or not. You just die. If a target sticks to you, you just die. Uh, you are not tanky. Mages are tankier than you because they have an immunity. Then they have shields. We only really have an ending resolve on a 3-minute cooldown, which doesn't even translate into you trading cooldowns with the enemy team because most offensive cooldowns are 2 minutes. So this is a big problem. I don't like an ending resolve. I think this could be fixed in two ways. First, Demon Armor made baseline as it is. I think this PvP talent it's pretty much a must against any melee that does physical damage. So I would just make it baseline for all Warlock specs, and then you could add as a baseline as a PvP talent Soul Link. I think Soul Link it's much better in terms of gameplay as well because you need to micro your pet. You can just send them to die, and then Fell Domination gains a whole new level of importance. Right now, you just fell down to sacrifice the pet and at the start of the game, and then you're fine. So that's one option to just make this baseline as it is and make Soul Link PvP talent. It wouldn't interfere with PvE. It would fix pretty much every single problem with the biggest problem with Affliction, and we would be fine. Other option is to keep Demon Armor as a PvP talent, but to make it like it used to be. Before it was a talent at all. So just stamp a 25% received healing on the talent, and you have increased maximum health by 5%, armor by 90%, and the healing received by 25%, which was the number we had before, and we would be fine. Besides that, you could add on the talent you could just make Burning Rush baseline, which I think a lot of PvE Warlocks are asking for at least 4 years now. And here you would have Soul Link. So you would have to choose between Demon Skin, Burning Rush, or Dark Pact. And Demon Skin, Soul Link, and Dark Pact. And you could make, if you think Soul Link would be too good, you could make that if you activate the talent, you lose an ending resolve. Which, by the way, I just hate this. I just hate this spell. Like, I don't think there should be a spell that gives you silence immunities and damage reduction on top. I think it's unskilled. So by adding Soul Link and removing like an ending resolve whenever you pick Soul Link, it would be a good trade-off. and then you could just mix and match whatever you think it's gonna be better for the situation, even in PvE. And yeah, that's about it. Right now, affliction, it's capable of you. Yeah, it's capable of doing a lot of damage. But in a competitive scene against, for example, a rogue mage, you're just gonna die in the first 10 seconds. And even if you don't go against sub rogues right now, which are busted in beta, you just die. Even against an assassination rogue, it just stuns you. The mage just kills you, and yeah, that's it. You either need to wall or trinket, and yeah, and you're done. And even if you trinket port, you're still gonna die, and you still need to wall. So you might as well just wall, and even sometimes you die through wall. Like there's legit nothing you can do. If your healer is in a CC, you just die. Another problem, which I don't see that many people talking, is the lack of self-heals. Affliction, contrary to what people think, Demo was never the highest tank spec. The most tank of all the three Warlock specs was Affliction because of the self-heals on top of Soul Link. Since we had the old talent tree, every single Warlock spec had access from Wrath of the Lich King on to Soul Link. So every Warlock spec was super tanky. The difference between Affliction and the two other specs was the self-healing, which doesn't exist now. You don't have Symphon Life as a baseline, and when you pick Absolute Corrupt, so if you don't pick Siphon Life, you don't have the glyph for corruption, which used to heal you. So you lose every single self heal, and drain life. You don't really want to drain life because you have this talent, which is just the best choice in PvP. And if you use it to heal, then it means you lose the stacks and you lose on damage. And I don't see that many classes having to lose damage in order to survive. Like mages can just blink, priests can just fade, and even though yes, they can't cast, well mages can, they don't lose as much damage as we do. But yeah, that's it. I would like to see Drain Soul Hunt back as baseline for Affliction. I think the talents could just be increased. I would like to see Malefic Rapture removed. Rapid Contagion should be baseline, as well as Rampant Afflictions, but I can take this one. I think we just have too many PvP talents that are just really good. Like I would like to have Gateway Mastery. I would love to have Rotten Decay. Netherward, another one. Essence Drain, it's actually amazing, but I can't because these three, or Netherward instead of Demon Armor, are 100% guaranteed that you're gonna play with them. But yeah, that's my feedback. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and follow and subscribe to my channel, and drop a like if you liked the video. Thanks. See ya.